Good evening. I'm Samuel Palmero, and tonight we will be talking about RMCTC, also known as VOTEC. And before we start, I would like to introduce my panel, starting from my far left.
Hello, I'm Gary Ovalle, and I'm a student at RMCTC, and I am in the printing shop.
Hello, my name is Pamela Morell. I am in the shop HMP, which is Health Medical Professions in RMCTC.
Hi, my name is Jason Gonzalez. I attend RMCTC, and I am also in the HMP, which is Health Medical Professions shop.
So to start off tonight, I would like to ask you guys some questions. I just want to know, first of all, what is RMTCT? Excuse me.
RMCTC stands for Reading Muhlenberg Career Technology Center.
Oh, okay. And what do you do there?
Well, it's a school that teaches you skills that help you with your career, basically. So you can go there and learn things about, like in my shop, you learn about nursing, and you learn respiratory therapy skills, physical therapy skills, massage therapy, and a lot of other things like that.
You're a very knowledgeable friend. I like that. But explain to me, what is a shop?
Well, the shop, we call it shop, is basically like your career setting, because it's like your job. When you go there, it's like you're at work. And we train with mannequins, which we name them and we treat them as our real patients.
Wow, you actually name them? And what are the names you guys use?
Well, we have Mrs. Betty White, Miss Anna Torres, and Mr. Michael Vick.
I like Betty White. I really do. And everybody's screaming Michael Vick. That's funny. I just want to know, guys. Well, since Gary is the oddball out, what is your shop all about? And please restate your shop.
Well, my shop is printing and graphic communication. What printing and graphic communication is working digitally in art and media art, such as editing photos and editing videos. We also work in printing, as in printing brochures, flyers, business cards. We print all of that locally.
And can you tell me more about your little shop, guys?
Jason, would you like to speak?
Sure. In HMP, what we do is we train for what we plan to be after we graduate from high school. We can either be a nursing assistant, registered nurse, a physical therapist, or any other healthcare setting profession. And what we do is we spend the AM session, we spend about 4 hours a day in the morning, and we practice all our skills. We do book work and learn all these different medical terminology and abbreviations. And we end up going on field trips to the hospital. We go to special museums and stuff like that, just to learn about certain stuff about the field, and especially what we want to specialize in.
Cool. Well, for somebody like me that doesn't know all this fancy terminology, is it just like hard to just walk up in there and just like, okay, cool, I can do this?
Well, you have to sign up, and they go through sometimes thousands of applications, and not everybody does get picked, but if you do get picked, it's really a privilege, and we are very proud of our school. And for somebody like you who would just walk in there, you would choose a shop, something that fits you and the career that you want to go into. So if you want to go into the medical field, you would go into one of the medical shops such as ours, HMP, or you can go anywhere with fashion or cars, baking, culinary. There's just such a wide array of things.
How is selection over there? Is it hard to get in, or do they accept anybody after they apply?
After you apply and they have your application, the sooner you get it in, the more privilege you have to get into the shop. So if you hand it in the beginning of the school year, opposed to somebody who handed it in last year, they'll get first choice.
So Jason, basically what you're doing is technically nursing. How do you feel, since nursing is more stereotypically for females?
Nursing can be a guy or girl profession, honestly. If you go to a hospital, you can find a number of male nurses and actually male doctors as well. And I'm pretty sure they get paid around the same amount of money, if not more, but it really shouldn't be a gender-based profession.
Oh, that's a very strong take on it. I guess you
Thank
feel
you.
very strongly on it.
Yeah, I mean,
So Gary, back to your shop. I'm really interested in what you do, but I'm not really clear as to what it is. For me, I think, isn't it like building games? Can you explain it to me?
What we do is we work with computers. We just work with arts on computer, not most of the time, but we do get a strong lesson from it. Like we learn a lot of things from ranging from art to how everything works on the computer, and it's really a small shop, but it leads to a branch of other careers, and once you get into one of those shops, it's just like Jay Saban said, that it's health medical profession, and that you learn a lot of things. It's just not one thing, but you learn a lot of things from respiratory therapists and nursing.
But how? Okay, sorry for interrupting. But how are the teachers over there? Do you call them teachers? Are they? What are they?
Well, yes, they are teachers, but you really bond with them since they're teaching you about a certain career that you have chosen to learn about. So after a while, you will notice them more friendlier, and they're teacher, but they have worked in that career as well, so they have a first-hand view on that. So you will learn first-hand view on what to do and what to work on.
So not only are you getting experience, you're building bonds and friendships. I like that idea. It's not like a lot of teachers over here aren't as friendly first with people, you know?
Yes, that's true.
Well, what is it like over there? Like, what kind of differences do you see? Do you see like a difference in culture or anything?
Well, when you're in RMCTC, everybody's pretty much the same. Same people you go to here in Reading High. There are other schools like Muhlenberg, which there's a couple people from Muhlenberg in our shop. And when, like I said earlier, it's more like a job. It's not really like you base anything on culture and stuff like that. But the school is very, very clean and nice, like something that you would see in a more professional setting.
Oh, so is there a more adult mentality over there, or do you see
Yes.
the same things over here?
No, not at all. There's a lot more like adult feel when you're in Votech, because like when you're there, they show you things that you learn for your career, and it's like they're training you for your job. It's not like they're teaching you, it's they're training you, because that's what it is.
Are there clubs over there, like groups, sections, divisions?
Well, we call them clubs, basically, but they're divided school-wide. It's not like you can join theater club or stuff like that. For every specific place, like for healthcare, there's clubs that are called HOSA. There's different chapters, HOSA Freedom, Pride, Heritage, and stuff like that.
Oh, interesting. How does that affect your schoolwork over here, though? Do you guys feel divided? Like, what do you guys do over there that you don't do over here? What do you do over here that you don't do over there?
Well, we learn to even them out since they're both school, so they both affect your future. It's not as if you pass Votech or RMCTC, you're ready for the future, and it's not that and you can pass Reading High School, and you might not still be ready for the future. So it really depends on how well you want to do. So if you want to do better in votes in RMCTC, it's not recommended, but if you want to, you can. It's your life.
Well, I heard there's a rumor that when people go to Votech, they don't eventually go to college. Like, you're done there, you can't get accepted into college for going to Votech. Is that true?
That is a myth, very big myth. When you go to Votech, the reason people think that is because when you're in Votech, most people choose to just graduate and leave with the skills that they know. But you can go to college. Like, my sister just graduated last year, and she is enrolled in college right now. So that's all mental.
So there's no base to that
No.
rumor. Awesome. Well, Jay Soban, I understand you're a senior, my friend. And being a second-year Votech student, did you take the PSSAs, and how did that affect you?
I took the PSSAs in the morning, like every junior did last year. And what I did was, in the morning, I took the PSSAs at Reading High, and then in the afternoon, I went back to RMCTC, and I still did all my work, and I got everything accomplished. Honestly, it doesn't affect anything. You just, as long as you take the PSSA test and then go back to RMCTC, you should get all your work done, and I'm pretty sure it should be pretty easy for you this year.
That's interesting. So you did very well.
Yeah, I did pretty well. I passed math and reading and writing. So
awesome. So wouldn't you say that some people are more focused in their VOTEC duties, that they wouldn't focus as well in a more modern classroom setting?
Well, when you go to RMCTC, you should be based in like professionalism, where you should be able to handle more than one task. So I'm pretty sure if you go to RMCTC, you can handle all your shop work and also all the work you have to handle at Reading High School, as well as the PSSAs.
Oh, I like your response, my friend. It's very interesting. I didn't think that there would be as much like correlation between the two. Like, I figured VOTEC is VOTEC and then Reading High is Reading High. I'm glad to know that, you know, you keep up with your studies, my friend. Very important to me. I'm sorry for jumping around on the questions, but I forgot to ask. The people in charge of the clubs, are they teachers or are they students?
They're the teachers most of the time, but there are students who are officers. We call them CTSOs, and those are basically the leaders of the school. That's what they call them. So, and you are assigned specific jobs within your club. Like, I'm the reporter, and the reporter, my job is basically to report anything that goes on.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's also the president, historian, parliamentarian, and vice president, and all that good stuff.
So it runs like a regular club here?
Basically, yeah.
That's awesome. I like how VOTEC, so it's not as different as I thought. I thought it was like a whole different world. It's very interesting to know you guys are just regular people like me. Well, I already knew you, but you know what I mean, friend. Something to say, Gary?
If I may add on that, yes, even though they are run by teachers, but we do participate in many of them because, like she said, it's like the leaders of VOTEC. We are representing our school, so we have to take care of these are leadership traits that they give us in these clubs or CTSOs.
Now, on that subject, is there more of a sense of pride when you're at VOTEC than here, or is it equal? Like, what do you feel when you're here, and what do you feel when you're over there?
Well, regardless or not, I'm still a Red Knight. I represent both. I represent RMCTC and I represent Reading High School. No matter what they say, I still have to represent Reading High School. Whatever they say, I'm still a student there. And if I look down on my own fellow students, then I'm no better than them.
Oh, you're very passionate about this, my friend. I like that. Well, I think personally I have learned everything I wanted to know about VOTEC, RMTCT. Thank you for correcting me. I'm sorry. It is very hard. Some of our viewers out there that don't know what that stands for, that is, again, VOTEC. That is all from Nightlife. But before we leave you, we'd like to show you some scenes from Spirit Week 2011. Have a great night.